Hello everyone and welcome to the next major tutorial here on Ducttapestuff. In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make my famous Rubik's Cube wallet that I showed in my last collections video, collections volume number 7. So that's what I'm going to be showing you in this tutorial. Before we get started here, there is one birthday today from one of my subscribers. His name is Blake on a Coaster. So happy birthday, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. So let's get started here. Now first thing I'm going to explain to you exactly what the Rubik's Cube wallet is. Basically, in essence, what it is basically a trifold wallet, as you can see here. There's a trifold, but with these two added flaps in the centerpiece here that allow it to flip down and form the Rubik's Cube, just like that. Now, basically all we're going to do is make a trifold wallet, and then we're going to attach these two pieces, and then obviously, you can put credit card holders in and you want, or you can start decorating it. So let's work on forming the actual trifold wallet first. So that'll be our first step. So let's get started here. Alright, so your first step, what you're going to do is you're going to cut out 4 strips of tape that are 9 inches long each. Now, you don't have to make them black, but I recommend that if you are making the Rubik's Cube wallet, you definitely want to make them black, because when you start to decorate the wallet with the different color cubes, it'll be much easier if you're working on a black wallet already. So you're going to take these 4 strips that are 9 inches long. You're going to take your first 2, and you're just going to stick them together right on top of each other, just like this. Around top. You're going to take your third strip and you're going to measure with your ruler here, and we want the total width to be 3.5 inches here. So I'm going to put it down right about there. So let's see, so the total width here is 3.5 inches, as you can see there on the ruler. Peel up this entire strip. Take your fourth strip and you're going to cover up the rest of the sticky side that's showing on this side here. So just stick that down, and then you're good to go. Next you're going to do is you're going to repeat this step. Take 4 more of these 9-inch strips and make another sheet just like this. So do that now. So you have 2 of these. So after you've made your 2 pieces here, we're just going to start making the actual trifold part of the wallet. So put them directly on top of each other, make sure they're exactly the same. And I usually pre-fold the wallets just to make sure that the creases get used to being there and on the duct tape there. So we're basically just going to fold these 2 pieces in just like this. And here's what you want to make sure, that each piece is exactly the same size. So that middle piece in the middle is the same size as the one that's being folded from the right and the one that's being folded from the left. And you want them to all be the exact same size. So just make sure you crease that down nice and good, just like this. And obviously they aren't stuck together, at least not quite yet. So basically we're just going to lay that down just right here. You're going to take a 9-inch strip of tape, obviously, to the bottom here. They're a little stuck together from that. Okay, so we're just going to lay it down just like that. Take the 9-inch strip at the bottom here, half of it on this side, half of it on the surface that you're working on, and then eventually you'll flip it over and fold it back around just like this. And then usually what I do once again is fold the wallet, get those creases nice and used to being where they're going to be for, I guess, a long time, probably forever. So you want to make sure that those are nice and down just like that. So now we have this part over here. Now obviously what you're going to do is, since the wallet is 3.5 inches wide, we're just going to take 2 3.5-inch strips, half of it on this side, half of it on the other, just like that. And then once again, we'll come over the other side, 3.5-inch strip, half of it on this side, and then half of it on the other one here, just like that. Okay, so now you have your trifold wallet. Now that's the basis for the Rubik's Cube wallet. Now we have to make the 2 flaps that are going to go right on in the middle piece here. Now when you make the flaps here, you definitely want to make sure that they are the right measurements, so that when you do stand the Rubik's Cube wallet up, it's going to they're going to fold down and hit the ground just as these 2 sides are doing right now, on both, except on these 2 open ends, obviously. Now basically what I did to make sure that they do come down and they're not short or way too long, I set the wallet up just like this, and obviously this is half done. It doesn't have these 2 ends or just still open. Basically I just made sure it was just like this, like a bridge. And then what I did is I took my ruler, measured how high it is off the ground, and I can see it's about 3¼ inches right there, and I measured how wide it is. Make sure that the wallet is straight up and down, obviously, and that's also 3¼ inches. So basically what we're going to do is now make two flaps that are 3¼ inches high and 3¼ inches wide. So we're going to do that now. That's our next step. So to make our flaps, we're going to cut out 4 strips of tape that are 3¼ inches long each. And just like before when we were making the wallet, we're just going to stick the first 2 together, just like this, as best you can. Get your ruler out again, and we are going to apply our 3rd strip here, so that the bottom of this piece that we're making goes to 3¼ inches. So right there. And obviously stick that down. Then take your 4th strip here, and we obviously don't need our ruler anymore. We're going to cover up the rest of the sticky side on this piece right here. And then you can do any little trimming if you need to. Just remember, don't trim off too much, because if you measure the precise measurements, then obviously you're going to be cutting into those measurements that you made. So there's one flap, and you're going to use this same process to make an identical one just like this, because obviously you need 2 of them. So make another one right now. Now, one very interesting thing that can happen when you are making these flaps, you definitely want to make sure they do cover up this piece here, obviously, because when you make your Rubik's Cube wallet, but you want to make sure that they also can fold into this middle piece, and that these 2 sides won't interfere with them when they are folded flat like a trifold wallet. So you can take this and you measure it inside here. And I don't know what you can see, but if I measure it just a little bit before the crease here, you can tell it does go over the crease by about, that's about 1/4 inch or so. Obviously that's not going to work when you try to fold it, because otherwise obviously that's going to peel in, or that's going to have to fold back. So basically what you can do is that you can just trim just a little bit so that it does fit completely within those 2 creases. So that's exactly what you want. So if that happens to you, just do a little bit of trimming off, and you'll be able to stick that right in the center there. So now we're going to attach this flap here. Okay, so to attach the flap here, all you're going to do is take 1 strip of tape that's obviously 3¼ inches long, or if you did any little trimming like I did, it's going to be a little bit shorter, obviously. And we'll do the top one here, because that's the more complicated one. You're just going to stick it on here, and you want to make sure that it's obviously dead in the center of that middle piece, so that once again the sides don't interfere with it. And then what you're going to do, for the top one at least, is that you're going to actually fold the sticky side into the bifold, just like that. And make sure it's flush with the edge so it doesn't stick out at all. So there you have your 1 flap. To do your 2nd flap, all you do is to make the exact same process, except you attach it here and it folds on the back here, and there's obviously no problem with that. Now to make your credit card holders, if you want to put like credit card holders on these sides or ID or something like that, you just want to stick those on there. It's really simple to make, just like a normal trifold wallet. To make the little I call them half credit card holders that are in this one here, all you need to do is just make a credit card holder, but then just cut it in half, and you'll have enough for 2. So you just stick them in just like that. They hold them really well, even though it's a normal credit card holder would go to about here. So they do hold the credit cards really well, despite being pretty much less than half the size. So nothing big there. You guys should be able to figure that out if you've been watching most of my videos. So it's obviously after you attach your 2nd flap there, then you have your Rubik's Cube wallet. And this wallet is brand new because I just made it, so obviously it's going to want to flatten itself just like that. Put it under a heavy book or something for a while, obviously with all the flaps in, and then it'll stay closed after a while, after a little bit of working in. To make the squares on here, these are 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch squares. So you cut out like a strip of duct tape, any color you want. You cut out. I just actually trimmed the piece off the top that was, so that the entire strip I had left was 3¼ inches high, and then I just cut obviously all that strip into tiny little squares, and then stuck them on, 9 of each color obviously, so you have all those on there as well. So that's how to make a duct tape Rubik's Cube wallet. A lot of cool things you can do with it, a lot of cool designs you can put on, a lot of different modifications you can put in here, like credit card holders, ID, all kinds of great stuff. So have a lot of fun making this wallet, and I will see you guys next time. So take care, have fun.